great to be back. I think the last time we played it was '93, and talked to the boys while we announced our retirement. Went home to raise our babies. Great people here kept calling and asking us to come play. Told them we couldn't. Then all of a sudden, here came the call from Calgary for the 100th up there. I got this thing for hundreds. I played Cheyenne. I played Calgary's. So the call here for the 100th was kind of an odd one. They took it great. And the deal was that we would be back here for the 100th of this one. Yeah, I'll be 104 years old, I think. But anyway, no, we said, look, if we ever, I can't imagine ever touring again, but if we do, I'd love to come down there. And they're very sweet. And the tour came. We played here. Played 2 weekends here at the arena, and it was cool. From the stage there, announced that I'd really love to play the rodeo. Phone rang the next day. So sweet, very flattering, and we made an arrangement as soon as we were through touring to come here. So this was neat. We were here about 9 months ago, I guess, to announce it, maybe. So everybody's been great. So it's great to finally be here. And as soon as you think you've got life figured out, they're going to throw you a curveball. So as soon as we get here, there's a new stage that's here that's fantastic, but it's got so many bells and whistles on it. So the big thing tonight, to kind of jump ahead of the questions, the big thing tonight will be, you're also thinking about closing here too. This is the first night the stage is going to be in its in its world. So you really don't want to, I don't think you want to push every button on it, on this first one, just because to kind of let them go. But at the same time, you don't want the other acts in the middle of you opening and closing, doing the cool stuff, so, and beating you to it. So it's going to be a coin toss. We'll see. We're going to go over a lot of things today in rehearsal. So that's about it. As you guys know, I'm much more comfortable having a conversation with you than talking to you or at you. So if you have any questions you need me to answer, I'll be happy to answer them. And then Miss Nancy asked if we could move through this part really quick. She says she has a bunch of one-on-ones, and she would like to get to all of them too. And then we have sound check here in about an hour. Is that cool? All right. Has anybody got any questions? If you don't, we'll just move into the one-on-ones.
How's grandbaby?
What's that?
How are your grandbabies?
Healthy, thank God. They're healthy, and they're just they're the glue to the family. It's going to be, and of course, girls. That's all we throw, just girls. Dogs are girls. The horses are girls. It's just girls. And there I am. So yes, ma'am.
How do you feel about having these shows like the Houston Rodeo and
What is your name? Hi, Miss Mariah. And how old are you? 11. And what are you doing here, Miss Mariah? Is this a part of a school project or what? Oh, very good. Very good. So is that what you want to do, you think? Very good. And so your question, again, and you don't have to read it from there, just ask what that question was. How does it feel to open and close this thing?
how do you feel having huge shows
It's very sweet. You probably know this if you're from around here, but this is the honor. This is the honor to get to play this place and get to play the rodeo. And so when I was probably twice your age. I was in my early 20s when I, just about 20, when I heard a cat named George Strait. And that's what I wanted to do the rest of my life. It's all I wanted to be. Still, it's kind of all you want to be, And so this is the place that George played. So everybody knew that. He played the Dome. And so we got to come down here and play it. And it was pretty cool. The day that we got here, it's just, you're not used to this as an entertainer, but they'll stick you out in the middle of this arena floor. It's just nothing but dirt between you and the farthest person, right? So we decided to all do wireless that day. So we did wireless. We got out in the dirt, went to the crowd, and it was fun. And that began our kind of wireless thing. So from that day forward, even when we went back into the clubs, we tried it without wireless for another club or two and said, you know what, we're just going to go wireless forever before we ever got into the arena. So this has been a place of great history for us and great memories and kind of like the reason why we started. And so it's cool to see the circle complete. And the fact that we get to open and close this with 2 shows, that's a wonderful compliment. And so we feel very flattered to be here. Great question. Hi.
Hi, how are you? Stephanie here, UPRC.
Hi, Miss Stephanie.
Good to see you again.
Great to see you.
I have a quick question for you
So George isn't an option on this one. Okay, gotcha. I got to tell you, man, I love Ed Sheeran. I think he's fantastic. And his quality of stuff is really great. Of the females, there's a lot of them that are doing things. I was lucky enough to sit down with Pink and do a writing session with her about a year ago. So she's got a real great attitude. Gaga's kind of my girl. I think she's. Well, yeah. I mean, she's an entertainer, which I really like as well. So, what entertainers bring to a different type of writing or collaboration is they always think about the live show. And that's important because that live show has that energy to it. And that energy then gets transferred into the writing, which hopefully gets into the recording. So it becomes a cycle. But those would probably be mine if you're talking outside of country music.
All right, I want to see your head.
The guy's so talented. You just try and hold your own. Yes, sir.
Hey, Garth, Justin Stapleton, I'm also with Channel 2.
Hey, Jess.
You mentioned a second ago about the live show being a really important part that trickles back down to the music. Could you argue that before you started doing some of your live shows as wild and expressive as they were, to really get people hyped up, did you kind of change the way country music is performed now over the last 25 years?
I think we get either the credit or the blame for that, for sure. But I can tell you that nothing is original, nothing is new. We stole everything we know from a cat named Chris Ledoux. He just wasn't on a major label at the time. So all the Cowboys knew him, and when you went to see his show, holy cow. You just looked at it with your mouth on the floor going, oh my gosh, this is how you're supposed to do country music. And that guy lit it up. And all the way up to his passing, he lit it up. He never phoned it in once. And so there's your walking, talking example right there. Now you marry those two guys, you marry Strait and Ledoux, you got a pretty good looking show, going on there. And that was kind of the theory of it all. Yes, ma'am.
I have something just a little bit sort of in the same realm as they do under teaching.
Oh, very good. Oh, so you're the teacher of this crew.
Yes.
And do you guys do what, journalism? Is that what you do?
I was a Hispanic journalist for 20 years, so.
Okay.
And then I teach social studies now.
Very good. So it's under the thing of social studies because we didn't have journalism this early for us.
Oh, no.
Right.
For me, it's important.
Amen.
It's important, so they'll know how to do it the right way.
Amen. Thank you.
My question is, you're kind of edgy sometimes with your music, and we have several Hispanic artists that would be a Gloria Trevi, Alejandra Guzman, that I think, because they're more like the Lady Gaga.
Yes.
And exactly. Have you ever considered doing something like that? Because I know Beyonce jumped over into a lot of reggaeton. Would you consider merging something like that, or doing something like that?
As long as it's sincere, that's the whole reason. Why record labels really want you to do it is because the size of the population of the market. Never chase a market, just be sincere. But if there's somebody on that side that my stuff touches and they come to me, we'll probably sit and talk about music, hopefully love each other and maybe do something together. And if there's something from that side that touches me, then I'll pursue them. So it's, I think that's the main thing. Just be sincere about it. If you try and do it for a marketing reason, it's always going to come back and bite you in the butt. Always, it just does. I've been in this business long enough to know that. And you don't have to be in this business that long to figure that out. Yes, ma'am.
How would you describe the rodeo crowd? Is there anything different you do with your show based on the crowd?
What is your name, please?
Oh, my name is Pooja. I'm with the ABC.
Pooja. I got to tell you, the fun thing I love about the rodeo crowd is now you get to sing all your rodeo songs. You'll go into a town, and I tell you, we've got a ton of them. So some of it might be just too much for some cities, But this one, when you're looking at the set list, you're just going, oh, we get to play beaches here. We get to play rodeo here. We get to play Much Too Young to Feel This Damn Old here. We get to play everything that's got anything to do with cowboys here. And that's fun. And, if you were raised around the rodeo circuit or playing it like we were, then what I love about rodeo most of all is it's a family event, always. So it's one of those things you can kind of turn your kids loose. You're going to be there anyway, but kind of turn your kids loose and know that you're in a safe environment. That's a wonderful thing. So, yeah, that kind of confidence of just coming out and just knowing, hey, this crowd knows their music. They're going to know their cowboy music, and all they want to do is sing along. That makes for a fun evening right there.
Garth, Jason Miles, KHOU.
Hey, Jason.
Ever leaving any big hits out? Some artists do from time to time.
Well, we got to, here's the thing. This isn't our show. It's the rodeo, and we're in a slot. So when you've been at it as long as I have, there's no way you're going to fit everything in that slot. So trying to pick what you're not going to play. I think what you are going to play and what you're not going to play usually is pretty obvious. But here, because the slot is at 60 minutes to maybe 70, they always put that maybe before because they got a gig going, you know. And so you want to be very respectful to them. And you sure as hell don't want to throw them off. And then what we're really here for is a rodeo. So you want to get in, get out, do your thing, but hopefully pick the right songs. Lucky that we'll have 2 stabs at it because the stuff we don't cover in this one, we can cover in the next one as well.
Hi, Coco Dominguez, Fox 26.
Hi, Miss Coco.
Hi, are you getting to enjoy any of the animals, any of the horses, and while you're here at the rodeo?
Well, they've been working us like a rented mule since we got here, so we haven't got to see them yet, but they're there. But we were just at the hospital where they had the therapy dogs dressed up like cattle, which was fantastic. So they had little cow ears and everything. Those dogs are amazing. So I've got to hang around those. That livestock pretty much is the only livestock I got to see since I've been here. In the back? Yeah. You got.
Ryan Forster from KPRC.
Hey, Ryan.
From Duncan, Oklahoma.
Oh, all right.
You go to Eskimo Joe's very often?
Oh, well, yeah, as you can tell. Yep.
How will the first show differ from the last, other than the stage modifications?
You know what? I got to tell you, to be fair and honest, I should not divulge this, but we're going to learn a lot tonight. That's the fun thing about coming to a city like we got to come here, you know, on 4th of July and play 2 weekends. You get to learn a lot, man, and you're learning the whole time. And so hopefully the second show has stuff you learned from the first show. The third show has something you learned from the first and second. Here we get naturally the second one's going to be different because we're going to learn a lot. And also now you're going to give me 30 days from here to stew in my head of, okay, now I know what to do with that star. Now I know what to do with that part of it and all that stuff. So it should be a lot more, I don't want to say a lot more. Let's just say there'll be 2 different shows. I'm hoping if people come to both, they can't pick which one's their favorite. That'd be the goal.